Hey, what the hell's going on, you guys? It's Tubo playing NegativeAE, and welcome to another new game. Today we're playing Curse of the Dead Gods, which is something that I didn't think I was going to like as much as I do, and because I like it, I wanted to record it and just see if you guys like it too. And I'm also going to test to see if I can talk over this game. I've already played a bit of it, so I've already gone through the tutorial and kind of me flopping around at the beginning that you normally get from the first episode of things. Now, I might still flop around. I don't want to get cocky and say that I know how to play this game because that would be a lie. I would be flat out lying. But that's okay. Let's just go in. I'm gonna go in without doing any of that. Basically, the way that this game works is, as you can see, we get like a FTL Slay the Spire type map that we can kind of choose where we want to go first. Now, there's no like good way or good place to go. Every time you go to a new place, it's gonna give you 20 curse points. And I'll kind of talk about everything that comes to mind, and hopefully I can explain everything. But there is a lot. There's a little bit of a lot. So down in the bottom right, you can see that I have a curse meter. If that curse meter fills all the way up, I get a curse, right? And you can see I have 5 curse things above it. If each one of those 5 curse things fills up, then I have the max amount of curses. Now, I have a weapon. I also have a weapon, like a ranged weapon, and I can use the ranged weapon. If I fire it when it's white, it turns white for a second. If I fire it then, it's more damage. But if I don't, it's not. So I want to make sure that that's white. Then below me, you can see that I have 5 little things, little diamonds, I guess. That's how many rolls or how much stamina I have. It's kind of like a basic stamina thing. It's also like dark right now. That's good. I want it to be dark for most of the time. The only thing I have to be careful of is sometimes there's spike traps like this. And so I have to be very careful about that type of thing. Now, luckily, you do get like a bunch of health. So it's not too bad. The reason why you want to put away your torch at certain times is because enemies see you easier with your torch out. So if there's enemies around, you want to kind of like not use your torch because you'll get found a lot easier. So I want to try to not get hit by Purple Man, just because Purple Man has the ability to put more curse points on me. So the ranged people are more dangerous than the melee people. Whereas the melee people will just hurt your health. The ranged people will not just do that. I actually don't even know if what I said was true, where they can't see you, because I don't know, it seems like it's the same length. I don't know. It just feels like you can sneak up on them more when you don't have the light on. Or maybe it was because I was like running. I don't know. Now, when you do have your torch up, you can light stuff. You can light little torches. What is this? 15% to poison attacks. Now, so I have these 2 weapons, but these 2 weapons aren't the only weapons you can get. So that's the end of the level. Now we did a pretty good job of taking care of our curse meter down there, so we don't have to do too much else. Now what I'm going to go do is pick up a weapon, because getting a weapon early on is pretty good. So that way we can change kind of our attribute of the weapon. This is, I don't know, I like this game. It's fun. Now there is perfect dodging, as you can see in the top right. It's kind of like, this game's tutorial is weird, right? So like when you first join, it gives you a little bit of a tutorial, but it's not like the full tutorial. Always danger. Now, if you can do combos, without getting hit, you do pretty well because you get like a money counter. Okay, so this is the boss. This is the only boss that I've encountered. I'm gonna take out this guy because he's gonna be a problem, and I don't want him to be a problem. I want to make sure that he's dead. Ooh, it was rough. Okay, he does the same attack over and over again, so he's easy to read, but it's also like hard to deal with. Okay, so now we have a couple of choices, right? So we can buy any of these, but how we buy them is important. So, for example, I could buy this even though I don't have 600 or 1,680 gold. As you can see, there's an additional option where I can put 60 onto my curse meter and then get this weapon. I think so. This is a third weapon actually. This one, we keep both our weapons, or because at the bottom left you can see my health, and then right above it there's an extra slot. That's for the bows. I like this because it does 30% extra in darkness. What does this do? Charge attacks do critical damage and plus 20% against uninjured enemies, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. One, it's a new melee weapon that's better than my old one, and two, it's like better. So, it's cool. It'll be good for. It'll be good for like just the initial hit. Now, we can go to the Haven, and I probably will, to be honest with you, just because it sucks. The Haven's not necessarily a good thing, to be honest with you. The Haven has a health symbol because it's meant to heal you, which is fine. As you can see, this giant thing here. But if I use it, it increases my curse meter, and we want to avoid that at all costs. But I'll take it just because it's we need some health. And I'll just use it once. I'm not going to use it more than once because we'll be able to avoid getting a curse until the very next place. Now, I've never been to an unknown space before, so this will be a new experience for me. I think it's just random between gold, money, and weapon. So it could be either or any of them. Okay. There we go. We got a ×4 kill, which is pretty rare. Looks like we got a gold room, which is nice. I like gold rooms because they help prepare you. Hopefully we can get another weapon room right after this. There we go. See, we're doing pretty well. Plus 10% base damage for spears. Okay, what is this? It does 40 damage. It's a two-handed weapon, so that takes my third slot. It's slower. I'll take it because we don't have a two-handed weapon yet, but interesting. What does this do? Heal 2% max health when an enemy is killed by the environment. Now, what I don't know is I can have multiple relics. Good. We can have a bunch of relics. So that's good. So this shows our weapons and stuff and what we can do to them. Titan Slayer does a lot of damage, so it might be worth going through. Anyway, so we just reached our max curse level, which is the first curse. I think it's random. Even the light and warmth could be. Some braziers now burn with dark flame and cannot be lit. So it's going to be harder to be in light, which is fine. We're just going to have to roll, I guess, through this. Whoa. There's a healer. I didn't even know. We're gonna have to deal with that now. We want to make sure he's dead because I can't have a healer running around. Okay, and now we need to get rid of all the cursed people. Gonna wait for it. Oh, there's a healer there too. Good. Oh, and we got a mini boss. Okay. There's one. Fuck. Okay, that was my bad. When you run out of shit, it becomes hard. Okay. We have a healer now, so we have to be very careful. This is an interesting situation I don't know how to deal with. Good. Healer's dead. Oh, that's not good. Okay. We need to make sure we have a dodge for this man. Because that man, the mini boss man, is hard to deal with. Somehow we dealt with that room and we're still alive. That was okay. If the secondary weapon is a dagger, that's not good, and it does less damage. Cool. And then every so often, if you see in the bottom right, obviously we just got a skull. Those skulls are permanent upgrades. You may have saw them. Just open that. I don't think there's mimics. Plus 15% damage to poison attacks. I really need a poison weapon. I can just break those. Interesting. Ooh, and we have this over here. Okay, we're getting a lot of interesting things going on. Okay, so we got hit by one enemy, which gave us a lot of grief. We have enough relics, so I say we go here for the weapon. And hope that we can pull this off. We have to be careful because there's probably healers. Good shit, dude. This heavy weapon I actually like a lot. I'm surprised. Here we go. There we go. I sucked at that thing when I first encountered that thing, and now I'm so good. And I love the fact that I was able to conquer it and am not terrible still. Wow, two-handed weapon spear. Each kill restores 1 stamina, which is crazy. And it does 32 damage, but my Titan Slayer does more damage. This is a duelist shiv, which I've not ever seen before. Evading an attack with the offhand combo. It would be interesting to get the dagger. We can't get this. I'm not going to put 60 to get the next. 1% per point of constitution, which we don't have yet. It'll give us fire damage. I like this. This will give us some health regeneration a little bit, and it does more than our pistol would. We won't have a ranged move, but we don't really need a ranged move. Oh wow. So it's like a dodge. It's a dodge back, which is super interesting. So you can attack with the main weapon, and then whenever you're like That's cool. That's very cool. Okay, so charging it is definitely the way to go, because you do that shit. Okay, I understand. I don't think we're gonna do very well. Let's go stats. I've never been to a stats room before. I imagine it'll let us upgrade one of our stats. That would be ideal. It's a fight room, which is fine. Okay, we got a boss here, which is fine. Did I just pull the environmental kill off? Nice. Nice. What? And he's on fire. I'm just murdering this man. What the fuck? I just ran around the map and murdered him. That was some new shit, dude. I didn't know I could just environmentally kill everybody. I thought like certain people would do it, yeah. That's super interesting. Forgot that there were sometimes spikes. Okay. Sometimes it's just really easy to walk around like in the darkness. Uh-oh. We got some bullshit going on. I thought he was gonna lunge for the attack and I was gonna go for it. That was the most bullshit roll that I've ever done in my entire life, and I got caught on fire. We almost made it to the first boss. Progress 66%, which wasn't bad. Stats, man. Well, so that was a typical game. Obviously, we didn't get to the boss, which is probably the first thing that we want to do. Probably slay the Spire, like where there's like a bunch of bosses too. So we haven't even scratched the surface. But that was the first time I've seen like a healer in the game. Going forward, traps deal 100% damage to enemies. 1,000 gold at the start of your expedition. I think that's probably gonna pay for itself in the long run, just because we'll be able to buy a weapon immediately without having to do weapons or anything like that. I don't really care about Divine Favor, although that's interesting. We're gonna go ahead and unlock the blessing, because I just feel like that's probably the best thing. It's gonna be the best thing for us. It costs 10. It's worth it, I think. And then I assume eventually there's going to be stuff over here and maybe over there as soon as, like, when we unlock our hub more, maybe. But it's very much kind of like an interesting roguelike. I actually didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. My friend, Dedix Jester, Ronnie, got it for me. He's been super nice, so I want to say I appreciate him for getting me this game. I probably would have never gotten this game, just because, I don't know, I'm scared of it. It reminds me of Darkest Dungeon, so it might make me angry, but I started playing it, and now I'm, like, pretty happy with it. So I might play this at least a couple times more on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll play another one pretty soon. Peace out, you guys.
Don't understand what's going on here.